Done, sir. It's done.
Okay, great. Dr. Hoa, you can go ahead now.
Okay, I can share my screen.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I will just go on mute and I'll be in the background.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
And not yet. It takes a couple of seconds to come up.
Okay. I'm coming. I don't know what I have touched. Okay. Let me see my screen very well. Can you see it very well? Can you still see it?
Yeah. It's visible. Can someone else confirm they can see Dr. Howard's screen, please? Hello, participants. Please confirm you can see the screen presentation. Yes. Antonia says she can see it. So you're good to go.
Yes, we can see it. We can see
All
it.
right. You're good to go, Dr. Sani.
Okay. Now I think I've touched something. Layout. Let me see. So please bear with me. I'm having a little bit of challenge here. But since they can see the nice. What's wrong with me? View. Lisa, sorry. I'm going to reshare it again. Share. Then. Okay.
It's worse because it's too small.
Oh, it's too small now?
Yeah. The first screen share that you had was perfect.
But now, okay.
What was the challenge you had with the first one?
I just touched something. Let me just do it again and see whether I can. Okay, share. Where is that one? I can't even find it now. Hey.
Do you still have a challenge?
Yes, I'm still having some. Let's just I couldn't even find the
Can you please open the presentation on your phone or your system?
That's what I'm trying to do. Okay. Can you see the presentation now?
No, not yet. You need to open it before you share screen.
Yes,
If it is open on your screen, on your
yeah,
system, or
it's
on your
open.
phone,
It is open now.
yes, then
Yes,
go to share screen and
it is open now.
pick it up from share screen. Okay, it's coming through now.
Yeah.
No, but
Can you see it?
it's it's
Okay.
uh, it's too small. I don't know whether I'm the only one seeing it in miniature. Can the other participants please speak up? Can you see clearly?
It's open. Can you see it now? Can you see it now?
Ma, please, can you bold a little bit? It's not too clear.
Can you see it now?
We can see it, but the screen is small.
You need to
I
close.
don't know why it is small.
You need to close everything else that.
It's still small?
Yes, you need to close everything else that is on your desktop. I only have the document you want to share.
Okay, let me just close. I don't. Okay.
No, ma. Now network this stuff.
I'm trying to close everything. Can you see it now?
Still small. It's still small, Dr. Sani.
It's still the same thing.
But I see it big on my screen.
When they come back.
Can you share the slide from your side then? Because I can see it clearly and boldly here. You were telling me that you just saw it very small.
Your sign-on page is
Can you see it?
So waiting the other person.
It's still as it is. Nothing changed, ma.
Even if you use that.
Okay. Then let me see. Maybe I'm just going out. I'm signing out and then coming in again. You stop share.
Better.
So
Oh.
then
No.
So this is the right time members of the
You seeing the same thing?
Yes, ma, it's still the same thing.
So today it is doing.
We can continue like that.
Can we? Okay. Since I'm going to share this slide, but you can see this slide. It's not going to be good. Your seat is tiny.
We are having two screens, ma. One with your name, the other with the
Can
slides.
you see it now? I don't have anybody that is. Oh my gosh.
Yes, ma.
Okay, Dr. Sani, to save time, I'm going to post the presentation on the Module 2 group. And then you can just speak to it as you're going along, because we're already 20 minutes past the hour. Just reference the page that you are discussing, and all the participants can pick it up from the group, the WhatsApp group. Okay? Dr. Sani, are you there? Tahir,
Yes, sir.
are you there?
I'm
Okay.
here.
Can I send the presentation to you
Okay, sir. Yes, sir, you can.
so that you can project it? Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Dr. Sani, are you back? Okay, Tahir, I've sent the presentation to you on WhatsApp. Let me try and reach Dr. Sani on WhatsApp to find out what's going on. I apologize for these technical difficulties. But in the meantime, you see whether you can share your screen, and if it comes up okay, we know we're good to go.
Can you hear me?
Okay, Dr. Sani, you're back. We cannot hear you, Dr. Sani. Do you have
Hello?
network issues?
Yes, I'm back. Can
We
you
can
hear
hear
me?
you. Iman, can you share the screen, please, Iman? Tahir?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to share it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Please, Dr. Sani, you can go ahead. I'm also going to post the presentation on the group. Go ahead, please. We're almost 30 minutes into the class. But whilst Iman is trying to share it in this class, okay? Dr. Sani, are you there?
Sorry, I'm actually at in another place, but I'm trying now to use my hotspot. So sorry for the challenges. Can you hear me now? I've changed the network mode. I'm
We
using my
can hear
hotspot.
you.
Okay.
We can hear you. So please go
Yes.
ahead. Go ahead. The presentation is in the group, in the WhatsApp
Okay.
group. So,
So
and
I should not just share I should stop sharing.
I don't know whether you can or not. A
But
lot of
because the
times,
host isn't allowing sharing for the meeting. That is what was written on my screen. Sharing is not turned on, so the host isn't allowing sharing for this meeting. Can you
Tahir, can
disable?
you make Dr. Sani co-host, please?
Have they made me the co-host, or should I
Not yet,
just?
not yet. You can see it. Okay, yeah, co-host now. Try.
Okay. Can you see the screen? Or you are still seeing it as it was before?
Yes, it's better now. You can see it. It's better now.
Okay, it's better now.
Go ahead.
Thank God.
Okay, go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
Okay, so today's I think we need to engage in the conversation today. I'm just a facilitator, so we will have an interactive class today because we are going to engage participants in a discussion about common myths and misconception about politics for 20 minutes, and then in the part 2 we are going to present the fact and example to debunk the myths and provide a more realistic understanding of political system or of Nigerian political system. And then part 3, we are going to encourage participants to share their experiences or observations related to politics and challenge any preconceived notion. So I'm sorry for starting late, the challenges we have had, but we are going to continue and wrap it up for 10 minutes. That is the wrap up, and question and answer should be for 10 minutes by the grace of God. So we shall be monitoring our time. And by the time we are done with this module, we expect that participants should be able to debunk common myths and misconceptions about politics and provide a realistic perspective. They can also explain the role of civic participation in politics and governance. They can also understand how voting influences ethical and accountable leadership. And at the end of the day, they should also be able to identify ways to become active, informed, and responsible citizens. So Nigeria as one of the Africa's most populous country and largest economy, operates on a federal system of government modeled after the United States. This system seeks to accommodate the country's diverse ethnic and religious group through the division of powers among the federal, state, and local governments. But despite its ambitious democratic nature, Nigeria faces persistent governance challenges, including corruption, policy inconsistency, and intergovernmental frictions. Our food for thought is, as you can see, or we can perceive, from the bustling Lagos, Port Harcourt, Kano, to some quiet towns of the north, Nigeria's governance touches over 200 million lives daily. But how well is the system truly working? Does the touch of lives, is it positive or negative? So it can touch the mind of over 200 million people. But the question and the food for the thought is, does Nigeria touches the heart of this 200 million or over 200 million people positively or negatively? So how well is the system truly working? Is the country's federal structure delivering on its promise of development, security, and inclusive leadership, or is it time for a reboot? These are food for thoughts. And at the end of the day, I want to assure you that I have a gift for people who will participate very well and who will do the assignment very well. I'm not going to mention the gift, but I will until at the end of the program. So let's look at the structure of the Federal Republic, a federal republic on paper. So Nigeria practices a presidential federal system modeled after the United States, with power split across 3 tiers. These 3 tiers include federal government, led by the president, who is overseeing national defense, foreign affairs, petroleum resources, and finances. Then we also have the 36 state governments, each with its own elected governor and state legislature, including the Federal Republic, the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. The overseer of that territory is, I think, the minister. Then Nigeria also has 774 local governments, meant to bring government closer to grassroots citizens. So the system is designed to manage Nigeria's incredible diversity, ethnic, religious, and regional. Yet in practice, the central government often overshadows the other tiers, especially in resource control and national policy direction. So the real intersection, where government tiers meet. In theory, each level of government has clear roles. In reality, their paths often clash or blur. Here is how they intersect and sometimes collide. So we have number 1, money talks, that is fiscal federalism. The federal government controls the biggest slice of the national pie, or we can call it the national cake, and then followed by 52.68% that goes to the federal tier. So we have 52.68% goes to the federal tier, and then we have 26.72% which goes to the state, and then we have 20.60% that goes to local government areas. However, until recently, local government did not control their own funds. State governors often withheld or diverted federal allocations meant for local governments, starving them for independence and impact. But this has changed. I think they have now gotten their autonomy. I don't know whether they have started collecting their own share independently. So now we have had our introduction. We have seen the overview of how the structure of government is and how it works. And now we are going to go into the gist, the main gist of the lecture or of the model, the main gist of today's model, which is myths and reality of politics. Myths and reality of politics. I'm going to ask the participants, have they ever heard of the word politeracy? Can you hear me, the participant? Participant, are you with me?
Yes, ma.
Have you ever heard of the word politracy?
No.
No, only you.
Yes, ma.
The rest of the participants. Politracy. Ever heard of the word? So politracy means the education of the electorate on governance system and processes so that they know what to demand of elected officials. Once you have the polit, then you have racy. As a linguist, I know that these are two words. We have polit, we have literacy, which means the education or the knowledge of electorate the electorate on governance system and processes so that they know what to demand of their electoral or elected officials. And we have the method of propagating politracy. Those methods include formal education. You know, we talk about politracy, that is education on or about how the processes of election goes, or how the processes of election go or take place. So method of propagating politracy is through one, formal education. Formal education. So we can educate our people through education about politracy, about the knowledge or the education of politics and the governance system and the processes of election. Then we have culture. Culture can also be used to propagate politracy. And we also have the political parties themselves. They can also be methods or they can be channels for propagating politracy. Then we have the almighty media. It can also be used to propagate politracy. And then engagement, the civil engagement that we are partaking now, thanks to the Solag. This is very good. So now we are going into our interactive system. You know, I said that 20 minutes is for interaction because each and every one of you should tell me what is the myth and reality. We are going to talk about the myths first. What is the myth? What is the meaning even of the myths? When we have myths, then we now relate it to politics. So what is a myth and what are the myths in politics? I'm not going to talk about it. You are going to tell me, is it in the comment section, in the chat box, or are you going to raise your hands and talk? But I want it to be interactive. So each and every one of you should tell me the myths, one of the myths of politics in Nigeria. Can you hear me? Am I with you?
Hello, ma. Good evening, ma.
Hello. Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, ma.
Okay.
One of the myths in around politics in Nigeria is politics
what is
is
your
dirty.
name? Johnny? What I can see Johnny 5S12.
Oh, my
So
name
what's
is
your
Kayode Hussaini.
Okay. Thank you, Kayode. So tell me one of the myths of politics in Nigeria.
Politics is a dirty game.
Politics is a dirty game. Thank
Yeah,
you. I like
yes,
that one. Politics is a dirty game. I always say that too. So who can tell me another one? We have politics is a dirty game. This is one of the common myths.
Good evening, ma'am.
In Nigerian context. Tayo, you want to talk?
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
So
yeah,
another myth we've been hearing is that politics is a deadly and dangerous game.
So politics is a deadly and dangerous game. It's just like the first one who said politics is a dirty game. Okay. Another one.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening, Iman.
Yes, ma. One of the myths are all politicians are corrupt.
Yeah, I like that one. All politicians, they say, oh, you know, overgeneralization. All politicians are corrupt. Thank you, Iman. What else again about the myths?
Good evening, ma.
Good evening, Jibril.
So one of the myths of politics in Nigeria is if you can't beat them, join them.
Hey, that is a common one. If you can't beat them, join them. Join them in what? Join them in the bad in the bad governance or in the good governance?
In the bad governance and corrupting everything in the nation.
Yeah, thank you. This is another common myth. So any other one again? Yeah. Can somebody also chip in and tell us more myths, because we have a lot of them in Nigeria, within the Nigerian political context, which is having an adverse effect on the citizens. So can we say them, and then we can debunk them? You know, this is my favorite field. It has to do with misinformation and even disinformation. So what are those myths? Continue giving them. We have a lot of them. Any other person again? I told you that this should be an interactive class today. And at the end of the day, I have a gift.
Okay, ma.
Yeah?
Well, no money, no politics. No money, no politics. No money, no politics.
No money, no politics. Thank you, Taiwo. Any other one again?
Yes, ma.
Okay.
My name is
Olusanjo.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the myth I have is politics is for the rich, by the rich, and for the rich.
So politics is for the rich, by the rich, and for the rich.
For the rich. Yes.
Yeah, I like that one. It's related to the other one who say no money, no politics. So it's politics is for the rich, and by the rich, and
for the rich.
Yes. And for the rich. Yes. So any other myth again? Yes. There's one person can make a difference. Did you hear about that? Oh, all politicians are dishonest. You know about them?
Yes, we do hear of them.
Some say that politics is a virus.
Yes.
Have you heard of that?
Yes, ma.
Yeah, and then all politicians are what? Sometimes they say tyrannies, they are bullies, and all of that. Okay, let me see. Let me go ahead, since you have exhausted your own ideas. So, the political parties, sometimes when we talk about the myths, we mean when we are talking about politics, we just concentrate on the political parties. We think all political parties are just the same, or there are some that are just for two political parties, for example. Now, in Nigeria, all we can think about is APC and PDP. Am I not correct? Apart from those, the one in Kano, what is the name of that party? That Konkoso party. You see, I cannot even say it, because we talk all about, the political parties are all APC and PDP. Yeah, these are all myths. And another myth is that PBC drive will improve electoral outcomes. Are we correct? Is that necessarily correct? Yes, and then we say the president is everything within a that. Have you heard about a vote for a small party is a waste of your vote? Are you with me?
Yes, ma.
Yes, we are following.
Okay. Have you heard of politicians are all the same?
Yes, ma.
Yes, ma.
Politicians are all the same. And the politicians only care about getting elected or re-elected. Politics is all about left and right. These are all politicians are all dishonest. One person can't make a difference. Did you hear about that slogan? One person can't make a difference. And that is how they have been deceiving people. That your vote can't
can we say politics is a game of numbers, a myth? Politics is a game of numbers.
Yes, it's a myth.
Can we regard it as a myth?
Yeah. Okay. It's a myth. One person, they say one person can. And sometimes they say politics is all about the government. They have forgotten that the politics is for by the people and for the people, not just for the government. They say protest and activism are ineffective. We all know it's a lie. Some people even say politics is boring. Have you heard of that? Someone will tell you politics is boring. I don't like the sound of politics is boring.
Okay, it's boring.
It's boring.
With all the money available. It cannot be boring, no. It's a myth. Yes, it should be a myth.
It is boring for the electorate.
It's boring.
Yes, it is boring.
The politician is so boring.
2027.
You can believe where this myth is coming from.
They're already planning for 2027 in 2025, man.
Yes, now
so it is not boring.
Boring to them, not boring to them, but boring to the common people, the masses. We are taking
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
To us, it's boring because we are not getting anything. So we can see it as boring.
Exactly.
Yes. So you know, we have two perspectives and two perceptions. You know, when I'm teaching my semantics, I always tell them that there are terms that are relatives. For example, the terms healthy economy. So to you, the masses or the people that are being governed, you can say that we do not have a healthy economy. But those people that are in the government, they can say they have a healthy economy. So that is it. When these myths are coming, there are myths that are coming from the common people, which is the one we are interested in. In fact, the myths that are coming from them, there are no myths. They are just enjoying. I don't know whether there are myths, but the myths are mostly coming from the citizens, the common people, and that is why it is very perilous. That is why we have to debunk those myths. So how can we debunk?
What about Dr. Ma?
Yes, Briska.
Yes.
Welcome.
What about? Thank you, Ma. What about the saying that politics is a dirty game?
Yeah, they have said it.
Okay, they have said it.
They have said it. Were you not around?
So maybe I'm carried away.
Okay. They have
Go ahead,
politics
Ma. Thank you.
dirty game. Yes. So now, how can we debunk this myth? So we have to face the reality of politics. Face the reality of the politics. Number one, no seat belongs to a political party. That is just the reality, and we don't understand. We only think that those seats belong to this political party, PDP, what do you call the PDP, APC? So they are the one. If they are not the one, then no any other person. Do you understand what I mean? So
yes, ma'am.
No seat belongs to any political party. It is for the people. If you want to vote, you either look at the party sometimes or look at the person. You cannot even look at the personality of the person, because if the person is bad, you will end up corrupting the party. Am I not correct? So there's no seats. Every seat belongs to every party, every political party, and then votes count. In order for us to debunk that myth that say that your vote cannot make a difference. Do you understand me? So that vote, any vote count, any vote count. So do not belittle your status in the society. Do not underestimate your power to make change. So every vote counts. Then aspirant or elected officials do not understand jurisdictions of office sometimes, and strategy does win elections. And you know that is the fact. In politics, strategy does win elections. And then the change involves all of us. So you cannot say that you cannot make a difference, you cannot change because you think that, I have people saying that, the people are just the same. The people from APC are those that defunct, or they what do they call it when they move from one party to another? They are just restructuring themselves. So there's no change. But change involves all of us. If you want the change to happen, you have to be active participant. Don't say, I will not vote. Don't say politicians are all corrupt. Don't say there are seats that specifically belongs to a political party. Don't look at the party, look at the personalities. To me, then highest abuse of power is at the gubernatorial level. These are all myths. Are we correct? We have to debunk that. Or do you also believe that highest abuse of power is at the gubernatorial level? Do you believe that?
Well, I don't know, but probably it's because the governor has a kind of exclusive power.
Yeah.
Like in his state, the governor can decide the delegates who are going to elect candidates for the party. He determines that.
So that, but how about at the national level? You know, the executive are the one at the top, followed by this. Yeah. So if we say that highest abuse of power is at the gubernatorial level, maybe you may be right if you have your evidences, you have your empirical evidence. Yeah,
exactly.
maybe
it
right.
is not always the,
Okay. Then the legislative is key to development. Do you agree with that? Is that reality or politics?
Yes, one of the realities.
Yes, it's a reality. It's one of the realities.
Legislative is key to development. So if we don't have good
legislative... I have a different opinion to that, ma.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, ma. I think that particular reality, we can say it is a myth in the sense that the legislature, that is the idea, but in actual, that is not taking place. In fact, this is just a waste avenue on the country's resources, the legislature, especially the ones that we have in Nigeria. You know, there is no benefit for this.
But that's another myth you are talking about.
So maybe we put it in myth, not as a reality to debunk a myth. Itself, that particular statement, ma, I want us to put it as a myth.
No, it's not a myth. It's not a development. Without a good legislative,
at the realities to debunk the myths that have been generated. So I was looking at it that the legislature, they don't, we don't, the voters, the citizens, they don't, no benefit from them. It is just a question of them. They can be there. It's not, they are not even time bound. They can be there for 20 years or more, you know, in as much as they can rig their way in, and they don't bring anything for the people. It's just a few of them who remember their constituency. So in what way can we say the legislature is there to make the life of the people to be better?
The actual reality, not what they are portraying. But the actual reality is the legislative is key to development.
Yes.
The idea, actual reality.
If you tell me that they are not portraying that, I may believe you if you have your empirical evidence.
But that is not a myth.
Yeah, but the actual reality is that any legislative...
In actual reality, but we all know that the opposite is what is taking place.
Yes, but that is not
the opposite that this is what is taking place. The country does not benefit anything from them.
Supposed to do, it doesn't mean that it's a miss.
Okay.
They are supposed to. You understand that? Olusanjo, are you with me?
Ma, yes, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you, ma.
So we are talking about reality here. Reality of what they are supposed to do. So if they have not done that, it doesn't mean that it is not a reality.
Okay, okay, ma. Okay, ma. Okay, ma.
You understand now?
Okay, ma. Okay, ma. Yes, ma. Okay, ma.
Okay. It's just like the next one. The reality is that the Constitution is our birthright.
Yep.
And you know it. And you can, Olusanjo, you can even debunk that one based on what is going on. But we are not looking at what we are not looking at their action. We are looking at the actual reality of what is supposed to be.
All right, ma. All
so
right,
good governance. Are you with me now?
Right. I'm with you. I'm with you, ma. I'm with you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So,
yes,
so please debunk that myth. That the actual reality is that legislative is key to development, and that Constitution is our birthright, and you know it. But even though people are trying to confiscate it, it's still our birthright.
Yes, ma. Yes.
Protest is also a tool, not the key.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Protest is also a tool, not the key. Did you digest this one? It's also a reality. Protest is one of the tools, but not the key.
Not digested, ma.
Not that. Okay. Do you want me to elaborate on that?
Yes, ma. Yes, ma. Go ahead.
A protest, agitation,
I kindly do that.
Are tools for making the government to listen to people, but they are not the key. You understand me? They are just tools. We only resort to protest when when necessity is the mother of invention. Are you with me now?
Yes, yes.
Now you got my meaning. They are just tools.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
to make the government understand, because there's a bit that said the government only understand what do you call it, riot and protest. And this is also even in our school, we say that the only language that the government understands is strike, which is a myth. Yeah. So
that's true.
So it's just a tool, but not the key. So don't make it to become the it's one of the tools. So when we have other one method, then we can opt to that one as a matter of priority. We have strategically done this, do that, but the only option now, the other method is what? Is protest. So it's not a key, but a tool. And Nigeria is a collective responsibility. We have no dispute on that, do we?
No, we don't.
No, we don't. Yeah. We don't.
So we have 3 arms of the government. That is where you are going to talk about this. Your legislative that you think, or you think the judiciary that you think they are not doing anything. So the arms of governance, we have legislative, we have executive, and then we have the judiciary. This is our contemporary governance structure. So the structure of governance in Nigeria is organized into what? Into 3 arms at each level. So we have the executive. And who are the executive?
The president, and the governors now. The president and his team, and the governors and the governors.
He said the president and his governors and his what and his what?
No, I mean the president and the ministers and other appointees of the president. They form the executive, and the same thing at the state level.
The executive is headed by the president, and this arm is responsible for executing laws and policies. The structures, the executive. So they are responsible for executing laws and what? And policies. So they implement laws and manage public affairs. The next one, we have the legislators, and these people, they make law, and they include National Assembly at the federal level and the House of Assembly at the state level. This arm makes law, as I've said. And then we have the judiciary. Well, who are the judiciary? They comprise of the Supreme Court and other courts. Am I correct? So this arm and ensures justice. Yeah, they interpret laws and then they ensures what? Justice. And then we have the federal character principle enshrined in the Constitution aims to ensure equitable representation of Nigeria's diverse group in public institutions. So how to achieve good governance? And so now I'm speaking my local language. Because I'm here doing a research of multilingualism, so I'm chipping my local language here. So how to achieve
Go ahead, ma. We are with you. We are getting the local language. We are getting the local language. Go ahead.
We have proper representation. Representation. And I think that is why we have the 6 geopolitical zones, so that each zones will have proper representation. Then we have decentralization. Decentralization is very good in governance, not only in the federal government or in the nation, even in the university, even in any system. Decentralization is good. You know what I mean by decentralization? One person cannot do all the work. It will be very difficult for him. So if he decentralizes, you can see, it's easy. It's easy things, and it is good for the governance, and it will yield positive results. Then we have level playing fields. What do I mean by level playing fields?
No favoritism.
We have fair competition, impartiality. Am I correct? Transparency. These are all level playing fields. Accountability. They lead to good governance. They lead to economic growth, and they lead to social cohesion. So we have to, in order to have a good governance, we have to have level playing field, which has to do with all the individuals, a fair and impartial environment where all individuals, group, or organization have equal opportunities. Do we have that now? Right and treatment.
No, ma.
Who do you know?
No, ma. That's not the reality. No, ma.
So what is the reality now?
There is no equality.
No
we
equality.
Don't have equity and justice.
Yes, that is what I'm trying to say. It is who you know now, not
Exactly, ma. Exactly.
That is what I said. Who you know,
okay, ma. Okay, ma.
Influence,
Yes,
young leg, son of the soil. Am I not correct?
Yes.
Oh, these are all.
You are right, ma. You are right. You are right. You are right, ma. You are right.
If we need to achieve good governance, we have to do away with all this bias, all this of a sense of identity or entitlement. So we have to have a fair competition. We have to have impartiality, decision made without bias, without favoritism and prejudices. We have to have equal access to resources, opportunities, and benefits. We have to have transparency, clear rules and regulation processes, and accountability, holding all parties responsible for their actions. So that is level. Yeah. Then we have rule of law. I'm not a lawyer, but we all know that there are rules, and Nigerians are very good at breaking rules. So as good citizens, and as a way to achieve good governance, what we need to do is to have rule of law and to adhere to those rule of law. You understand? Then we have to have good planning. Good planning. Economics can tell me more about that. Plan. No matter whatever you do, you have to plan. That is what we call sustainability also. Because in these plans, we have to have also sustainability. Then the bright spot, where things are working. You know, we have to, despite the fact that I know that everybody has this negative perception about Nigerian political government. I believe most of the people here, but there are people who have also a positive perception of what is going on. But despite that, we still have the bright spots. So where things are working. Despite the structural frictions, some areas show promises. I think federal judiciary reforms is one of the tiers that show these promises. So the federal judiciary has embraced digital transformation. Digital transformation, introducing e-filing system and reducing case delays. This is an improvement. Am I correct? There's still a long way to go, but it is a step toward a more responsive justice system. We are in the fourth industrial revolution, remember? So we are at the E, everything is E, 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 E. That E does not come without its hitches, but it's a good way of maybe hastening things and doing things at the right moment. Though it has its own cons, or pros, can we say disadvantages, but it's a way, it's a way of showing change and development at the tier of judiciary. Then in insurgency ravaged Borno State governor, insurgency ravaged Borno State, but Governor Babagana Zulum has innovatively combined federal military support with community-based security strategies and welfare programs, creating a holistic, if fragile response to terror. And we all can attest to that Ghana Zulum is actually making progress in terms of security, in terms of violence, and in terms of peace and conflict resolution. I think I'm saying the right thing, because now the eyes are not even in the northeast. All eyes are in the northwest now. Am I correct? Zamfara, Katsina, Sokoto, some part of Kaduna states are now the trending issues, the insurgencies, the banditries, ethno-religious, ethno-political, and so on and so forth. So we also have Edo State's digital revolution. Edo State launched an e-governance platform that digitalized payrolls and procurement. So this helped eliminate ghost workers and increase transparency, a bold model for other states. So we have Borno Battles for Peace is one of the change mechanism we have, or the indices, the change indices. So despite all our negative allegations, though that we call them allegations because most of them are not verified, but we still have hope. And where governance failed us, I know that we will have thousands of responses if I ask you. Are you with me? Hello? Am I speaking to myself?
We are with you. We are with you, ma.
Yes, ma. We are with you.
I know, understand.
We are with you, ma. Yes,
ma.
we are with you.
Olusanjo, I know you are the first person to talk when I say where governance fails us. You can give me 100 instances.
Ah.
So for every success,
I'm sure many more will come from other participants, ma.
Yes, there will, but I'm sure you are the vehement one. So for every Iman, can you tell us one is context where the government failed us?
In almost every aspect, the government has failed us. Education,
I don't like
health.
in almost every aspect. Almost. She said in almost
they
every
have
aspect.
woefully failed us in terms of security.
Yes, security also.
So that's the trendy one and the most important and the most fragile. Yeah.
Yes.
Security is an important aspect, particularly in northwestern Nigeria. They have failed us. So for every success, there are persistent failures dragging the system down. So we start with those local governments. Many local governments are politically captured, underfunded, and administratively weak. Some haven't had democratic elections in years, with caretakers committees calling the shots illegally. I can come out boldly and say that, yes, despite the fact that we want our local government to be autonomous, they are not helping themselves. Did we have proper election at the grassroots level when we are conducting local government election for the local, for the chairman, what do you call them?
Ma, can I say something? Can I say something here, ma?
You can say something, Olusanjo.
Yes, ma. The way I see it is that there is still a long way to go as far as autonomy of local government is concerned in our country.
Okay. Yes.
They are not free to do anything. The governors are not just ready to let go.
They are handicapped.
They are not free.
I believe the autonomy is only on paper.
Yes.
It's just on paper. It's just on
it's
paper.
Only on paper.
Alima, you are in the best position to talk about it. Being the wife, the local government chairman, you can tell us more. Yeah, the immediate, she's the wife to the local government chairman, and she said it is just on paper, and I believe her. The autonomy is on the paper. When
it is just on paper.
Yeah, they are just they just operate under the state. So
that's just what is happening, ma.
Yes, the state are the, what do you call, the tyrants, the bullies. Yeah, yes. I don't want to use those words, but these are the facts. These are the realities.
But it's clear tyranny.
The only answer to
happening is clear tyranny. Yeah.
Yes, tyranny. So they only have answers to the people at the top. They just do what they ask them to do, and we have many instances. The election. Governor that will say, I like this person, he's going to be the chairman of this local government, and so it shall be. That is the reality. That is the reality.
Yeah.
That is the reality. So it is the duty of us citizens to change this. We can change it. Don't undermine our powers. With this awareness, this is just like training the trainers. You can tell one, and one can tell 10, and 10 can tell others. So it's time for us to have this. It's not even advocacy, it's awareness campaign. It's not advocacy.
Excuse me, ma. Excuse me, ma. I do not want us to take it so simple that we just take this training and we go out there and when we start making the difference. That is not going to be so. Let me just give what instance, just a small example that I'm watching here in Lagos State. The local government election is slated for this coming July. I can tell you now, that the party like this APC, there is nothing like democracy there. People are just doing imposition. This must be, that must be, this must be the person that must. So what are we talking about? And everything is just what the governor and the all of them, they are advising the governor's council, advisory council, whatever they decided on. That is just what will take place. So whatever, those who are even in their party trying to come up with campaign and the rest, they just tell them, go on, there is no need for you to worry. There is no vacancy. For a post that nobody is supposed to be for the grassroots. There is no, I mean, they should just come and do their primary, and the winner should go and contest with others from other parties. They are already telling them that no. This local government is already no contest. We already have candidate for APC and the rest. So when we now say that
it's not just APC, it happened almost across, it's almost nationwide.
Yes.
They are trying to like
am I with you now? Am I back with you?
Politicize the politics.
Am I with you?
Yes, you are with us, ma'am.
Okay, so Bless Ola want to say something. Is he around? Bless Ola, thanks.
I'm around. Can you?
Okay, I saw your hands. You raise your hand.
Yes. Thank you. So, thank you, and thanks to the organizer for this class. I feel that we will, if we continue talking about things that are wrong, we won't have the solution. Just for us to understand something. Whatever we see going on now, it is because the opposition plays before these people. Because things are, when we got things wrong from the beginning, from the time of the colonization handing over, where it was wrong was when the king, the corruption we are talking about at this level is something that it actually grew to this level.
Can you be brief? Bless, we know we are against the time because we did not start.
Yes,
so you can summarize what you
Yeah, we know that it started with the king. So if there's going to be for the solution, we should go back to our community, and it is when the community are enlightened and ready to stand. That's when things can change. We cannot, if we talk about the politicians, we can talk about them for now and never. Nothing can happen. It is like going back, having community and doing the right thing.
You're going to put more in writing. You will write that down in your assignment. So let's quickly wrap up because I think we are time is against us. So we also talk about resource control rumbles. Niger Delta states have long demanded greater control over their oil wells. The unresolved tension between federal authority and state aspiration continues to breed unrest. Then we have federal-state disconnects. So national policies often flop due to lack of ownership at the state level. Without real collaboration, even well-funded programs collapse at rollout. So enhancing the governance now. How can we enhance the governance? By participation. Active participation, not passive one. So we participate actively. People like Halima, I can hear her boiling inside. So participation is good if you want to enhance the governance. If you think that what they are doing is not good, you can enhance it by active participation and doing what you think is right. Then we have to also create solution-oriented mechanism. And there are many of them. Nigerians are very brilliant. Our intellectuals are brilliant. Our youth are brilliant. So we can engage in creation, solution, mechanism, solutions that are oriented in mechanism. So we can do that. People like Olusanjo, Blessed are still talking. So you can create those mechanisms. Then financially unattractive offices. And what do you mean by that? I don't want to talk much about it, but the moment we say finance, we know what we mean. I don't even want to ask you, because if I ask you now, you are going to talk about it for a very long time. So a financially unattractive office likely refers to what? A workplace that negatively impacts on financial performance or appeal. So this could be in various factors such as poor aesthetic, inefficient layout, lack of amenities, and that is what we have been facing. So we can now look at it and create solutions for them. Then we have freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is a right. Is it not a right out of our rights given to us?
Right.
Constitutional rights, freedom of speech.
It is. It is.
It is. But do we have that freedom of speech now?
No.
Relative.
Yeah, relative. So we know what to say. If you keep talking, you will be vanished from the earth. If you don't keep your mouth shut,
you disappear. These days, people disappear.
Doctor.
Yeah, disappear. appeal. I
Doctor,
just read somebody.
We actually have freedom of speech. It is after the speech that's not free again.
The freedom is not guaranteed.
All the same. So freedom is not guaranteed after freedom of speech, which means there's no freedom of speech because it has a bad repercussion, bad consequences. You talk and at the day of your life, you are challenging your life. So we don't have freedom of speech. And it is irony because political era is supposed we are supposed to have all those freedom. But I don't know. So it is the work of you, our good citizens, civic engagement for you to correct that, then understanding by electorate of elected office jurisdiction and power. So we have to have that politeracy. In fact, most of us are ignorant about how politics works. We don't know. We are just there. We are not interested. We are dormant. I would call us dormant or passive. I don't like politics. I'm not interested. Yes, most of us. So we have to understand. If you do not understand, we cannot correct. So you have the knowledge, you gain the knowledge, and then you apply the knowledge. So our homework, and I said I'm going to give a present. There's a book here with me. I just collected it here. Citizens' Right to Participate in Peaceful and Violence-Free Election in Nigeria. It's a policy brief we have done at the at the Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution. I just collected my copy now. I have 3 copies with me. So I wanted to give out 2. Okay, I have 2 now. I have 2.
So one should be for Olusanjo.
Oh, are you the one nominating yourself?
No, I'm just trying to ask doctor that at least Olusanjo is here, vibrant, and that's
is
kind
Olusanjo
of
within my vicinity? I think that there's advantage. Those who are closer to me, they are the one who are going to collect the hard copy, because I don't know how to the copies.
Olusanjo is playing politics.
Yes, we are here. We are here, doctor.
Thank you, Briska.
We are here, ma.
Habib is so quiet. But when we talk about a book, he now said, I'm here. Habib, so you have been here.
So that's what there are people from ABU. I can walk to your office and get them.
You can hear their voices. Can you hear their voices? I think Olusanjo, you are right. They don't want the book, but till when we talk about the book, that is when they are coming out from their comfort zones. So our homework today is, what will it take for Nigeria to meet international standard of governance? What must change?
What, ma?
What will it take? What will it take for Nigeria to meet international standard of governance? What must change? That is number 1. And it shall be submitted, you can submit the essay of 1,000 words by 13 May 2025 of all the questions, the 2 questions. So the number 2 question is, what reforms do you think are most urgent in Nigeria today? This one, you can drop your thoughts in the chat room or the model subset group to keep the conversation going. Okay, number 1, I think what I meant by number 1 is you're going to answer it in 1,000 words, and then the number 2, you're going to drop your thought in the chat room of the model 3 subset group to keep the conversation going, because I believe today is an interactive class. It's very interesting. It's not a one-way class. So I think people have something to say, particularly when we are talking about governance, government, politics, myth, and then reality, debunking them. So as good citizens, it is our duty to debunk all the myths, to debunk all the misconception, to debunk all the misinformation, to debunk all the disinformation, and to debunk all the malinformation. I'm sure there are linguists in the house, so they know the difference.
Can you give us the second one again, ma? Can you just repeat the question for the second question, ma?
Okay, what reforms? Yes, I can do that. What reforms do you think are most urgent in Nigeria today? What reforms do you think are most urgent in Nigeria today? And I say you should drop your thoughts in the chat room of the Model 3 subset group to keep the conversation going. So if you have any question now, you can ask me. Any question? Salima, did you? I turned into politician or political scientist all of a sudden. That is the work of transdisciplinarity.
Yeah.
Transdisciplinarity. Remember our transdisciplinarity?
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
So yeah, from being a linguist to the political scientists.
Jack of all trades.
Priska, are you there?
I am.
So this is
I just have a question. One
okay.
question, Ma.
Yeah.
Yes, regarding rule of law. Do you think we actually have rule of law in Nigeria today?
Yes, we have them.
Are all citizens equal under the law?
That's what they call immunity, or is it what do they call that? Is it immunity? Am I correct?
Yeah.
Immunity.
Immunity.
Yes.
I think there are immunities. Rules are rules, but there are immunity. But we are supposed to be all one in the eye of what? All equal in the eye of
the
law. Yeah. But you know, Briska, the problem is not just, it's the problem of many Nigerians. We are not used to adhering to the laws. No, we don't follow laws. Look at the road, for example. You have a car, you drive. You see so many crazy drivers on the road. So even the law, there are simple laws that the Nigerians, the masses, the fellow Nigerians like us cannot follow. So we are only laying accusing fingers to the people at the top, not knowing that charity begins at home. We are not adhering to the rules of law. So we have the rules of law, and it says that all eyes are equal in the eyes of law, but there are those immunities, you know them, you know what I mean. There are people who are exempted from certain laws and so on and so forth. But I'm not a lawyer. We can invite a lawyer to talk about that, or if you have a lawyer in the house. Any other question? I hope I've answered your question.
Yes.
Hello,
Doctor.
Hello, man. Good evening, man.
Yes, who is speaking? Taiwo?
Hello, man.
Yes, I can hear you.
Taiwo Lion.
Yeah, Taiwo, I can hear you.
Yes, so now, thank you, man, for your submission. Now, we have been discussing much about the people at the top. Now, how come it is a problem for we, the citizen, to support the government policies for it to be achieved?
How is it what?
How come is it a problem for citizens to support government to achieve their various policies?
This question is not for me. How comes is it for me? As for me, I always support them. I don't know why people are not in support of the government to achieve their own. Perhaps there's lack of trust. You know, when people, there's sometimes there's lack of trust. Sometimes there's communication gap. Sometimes there's lack of this literacy. There are many factors. You understand? Communication gap is a notable factor in that.
Sure.
And there's that social exclusion. You understand? Sometimes, I'm sorry to say, there are people who make rules or laws without considering the grassroots society. I can clearly remember the time when this issue of what do you call it? That money issue, that with cashless money.
Cashless policy.
Yeah, cashless policy. That cashless policy was not well handled because there are many people at the rural area that do not even know what is what do you call it, your card, that ATM card, and so on and so forth. All of a sudden, they say cashless, and they do not look at the level of people that are illiterate in that aspect, that do not have basic amenities of banks and so on and so forth. So these are all issues that contribute to people not obeying rules and regulations. That's social inclusion, that somebody at the top will just sit down and just implement law that is not all encompassing. Are you with me now? So the lack of trust. Lack of trust is another one.
Don't bring the example at 30 a.m. children that don't even know, and taking them to far 30 a.m. and they don't even consider their age or anything.
They do not consider what? I can't hear you, Blessed. Ola, what are you trying to say here? Blessed.
I think we've lost him.
Okay, we lost him. I thought it was from my own end.
Can you hear me?
So yes, I can hear you. I can hear you now. So what are you trying to say about JAM?
They had it 6:30 a.m. and they had to post some of the students of long distance. Some had to travel to a place they don't know. I mean, for 6:30 a.m. to do an exam, and you must not get there.
So there are things that are beyond our powers. There are things that within their thinking, they think they are doing the right thing, but to some people, few is the right thing, but to others, that is why I say social inclusion. Everybody must be carried along when we are implementing such laws. Look at every corner. We look at everybody, but I think it's not possible for them to do that. So lack of trust, lack of social inclusion, and so many other things are what are making. But let me tell you, two wrongs never make a right. Even if they are doing something that is not right, you cannot say you will not obey the rules and regulations of the law. As a good citizen, it's your duty, it's mandatory for you to obey the rules and regulations of your country, no matter what. So that is just it. Even there's the mistrust, there's miscommunication, there are a lot of things that contribute to that, but you have to do your duty as a citizen. Don't look at the bad things, just do what is right. Two wrongs never make a right. Have I answered your question? So any other question again? I think today has been a very interesting class.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so if we don't have any other question, I think even though we have hitches before we start the lecture, we've started the lecture around maybe 8:30 or thereabout, or 8:27. So we are into our 1 hour now. I think we have done justice to the topic. Have we or haven't we?
We did.
We have. We have.
We have. Thank you. Thank you.
So
Thank you so
a
much
marvelous
for
outing.
leading the
Yeah, so we
session.
have civic awareness and civic responsibility. That is the cause. So we are now aware and we know our responsibilities and we continue to put it into practice. So no matter what, no matter how bad the situation of the country is, it is our duty to make it right. It is our civic duty to make it right. It is our responsibility. It is the civic responsibility. So I think I'll have to call it a day. And where is Dr. Albert? Is he around so that he can wrap it up? Oh, am I the one to say goodbye?
I'm very much around. I'm very much around. This has been an explosive session.
Yes.
An explosive session. And we're indeed very grateful to Dr. Sani for providing the impetus for us to be fully engaged in this matter of nation building and reform. So on behalf of all the participants, I'd like to thank her. And I'd also like to thank the participants for being so actively engaged,
Yes.
Yeah, it's one thing to sign up for a course, and it's another thing to be engaged and take that actively engage and take that to the end. So
it means
we're
they
very
have
pleased.
the integral motivation.
Absolutely. We'll take that to the end. So a few housekeeping notes. As usual, all of you who have attended this module should sign the attendance and feedback form. It's posted in the WhatsApp subset group. Because if you don't sign it, we'll assume that you have other priorities. And when we get to module 4, you may not find your name, or you have to justify why we should keep you on. Now, the reason we're doing this after each module is that is our audit trail. That is our record that A, B, C, D attended this model, that model, etc. And these were their comments, which is an indication of the level of participation that they had. You know? So please take the time to fill the form before the appointed date on the form. You also have the homework posted in the WhatsApp group. Take the time to do it carefully, think about it, and get it done in the same way in which you have approached the homework in Module 1. There's
and
been
of
a
course,
lot
we are
of
going to
good.
post the slides. Abby, we're going to post the
Pardon?
slides. We are
Yes,
going
yes,
to post the slides.
yes.
I am against posting it before the lecture because some of you will just look at it and say, okay, since I have the gist, I will just join and then go and do other things, because that is one of the advantage of joining online classes. You can be in, but you are not actually there. I know.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes. So that is why we.
So that's those are the housekeeping things that I'd like to bring to your attention.
Yeah.
And once again, we thank Dr. Sani for being present today. And in spite of the late start due to some technical issues, we wish you all the best for this evening. And we see you all again on Saturday. Saturday will be a very interesting one. It's a follow-up session from Module 2, which was facilitated by Barrister Bolanle. She's very smart, very engaged, and you don't want to miss that one as well. Okay, thank you very much, and have a good evening.
Thank you, Albert.
Okay.
For your motivation, for everything. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma. As soon as the feedback form is out, you will get a copy in your DM.
Okay.
All right. Thank you all.
Ma. Have a wonderful night,
Thank you
guys.
so much,
Bye.
Saka.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Good
ma'am.
night. Good night.
Thank you. Good night,
Thank
ma.
you
Good night,
so
ma.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Thank you, ma.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good night. Good night.
But if you want, I will come on my foot to go kill ourselves. Papa.
Hello. Good night. Thank you.
Good night. People are busy making noise. Good night. Bye. Bye-bye.